Whoa, we're gonna learn something today. And tomorrow. Shut the cock up, what's that? A Johnny Lana? Alright, let's raise this up a little bit.
You do not know the evil is coming.
You do not know evil is coming. When are you gonna stop looking? Okay, I get it. I get it.
I wish to speak to the king.
Okay, here we go. Don't get all mad, Udi. Alright, so listen, y'all. So a lot of you guys have no idea when you buy bases, like what's in your neck. A lot of times if you, let me turn this heat off because it's smoking up in here. Alright, so a lot of times when you buy bases, you don't go to the depth of what's in my base. Y'all don't go that deep. Oh, what's in the neck? Oh, they said it was this in the neck, and they said it was that in the neck. Alright, so I bought this Fender Jazz 5 American 2010 a couple weeks ago. And I just got a chance today to actually open it up and see what was going on with it. First of all, it was underwater. Been underwater for a minute. And the neck did some incredible crazy stuff. And y'all know I do that crazy stuff neck thing. Alright, so I want you guys to know what's in your Fenders, Americans. Alright, so I took one apart and I want you to see it. And the neck was acting really funny, so I had to take the board off. And I want you guys to see what exactly is in your American. I'm only speaking of American made Fender Jazzes. So let's first thing do, look, first thing do, you hear me? All right, the first thing you want to do is find out that that looks like rosewood. That's really not rosewood. That's actually parfel. They can't use rosewood in America now. It's against the law. So so this is parfel, and that's what it looks like on the inside of your neck. See that right there? See that little piece right there? That covers something, right? Here's the end of your neck. All right, you see there's your bone nut and stuff like that, and the inlays and stuff like that. Beautiful kind of, beautiful bass. I love the roll on it. The roll on the neck. That's a plus for me. All right, so I've been basically taking this apart because I have to sand this neck down and level it off. All right, but I want you guys to see exactly what's inside your bass that you bought, because you don't know, and you might well admit you don't know. All right, but you're gonna find out today. You gonna learn today. Look, you gonna learn today. All right, so look, this is good enough. All right, so this is what's inside your neck. See, it's a real Fender Jazz. It's not a Mexican. That is a real American Fender Jazz. See the number on the back? All right. So this is what's inside your Fender Jazz. See that? That's supposed to be graphite. Now here's where it get kind of crazy. All right. So to me, graphite. Well, maybe. I don't think that's graphite. It could be, but I didn't think graphite peels off like this. So I think it's more plastic than anything, or compositive. I wouldn't say it's graphite, I say it's composite. Well, people are like, oh, graphite is composite. Okay, well, if that's the case, okay, you go ahead and run with that. But see, that's what it looks like. And then I was trying to clean out the hole where this is what they call stiffening your neck. This is what they use. All right, so this is basically 2010. The neck is a 2010, but the bass is basically a 2012. All right, so what I have to do, of course, the neck goes on like this, and then you got that. All right, so this has to be cleaned up. That little piece right there, that holds the truss rod down. Not the truss rod, the graphite rod, as they call it. That holds it down. It's got to come off. All right, so since I got all this off, next thing I got to do is level it off. it has to level off to where it goes back on level. I mean, no holes, no nothing. It has to lay down on that neck completely level. Because water got into it, you can see that the truss rod right there is rusting up. So while I got it off, I might as well try to clean that up or either take it out. Take it out and clean it up and make sure it's adjusted. But while I got it off, let's see something. Let's check and see if it turns. Well, it was turning when I had it on, so I ain't got to go through all that. Plus, I can't find my tool, which is right here, looking at me all the time. All right, so we can see what happens when we did put that little that trusty tool right there that you get with your base. You used to get with them. You don't get one no more. You get a smaller one. And as you turn, I don't know if you can see it or not. As you turn, that little piece on the end goes down or goes toward the neck, and then if you loosen it, it goes back the other way. It presses up, and so as you turn it, it presses the board up. As you loosen it, it presses the board down. As it goes that way, it goes down. All right, we trying to learn something today. All right, we just trying to learn something. All right, hold on. We trying to learn something. All right, so because of the water damage on the back of the neck, I had to take the clear coat off of the neck because it was splitting. All right, so it was water. Let me tell you something. When water wanted to go somewhere, you can't stop it. So I had to actually open these holes up, close them up again with super glue. Oh well, it wasn't super glue; it was another kind of glue. But there was cracks everywhere, so I had to open up these cracks and then fill them in with super glue and then powder them back in. What do you mean powder? Because when I sanded it out, I used the same powder to put back in, so you can't really tell it. But when I clear coat it over, it can be absolutely beautiful. All right, because it's beautiful like this right there. So I got to get that the same way. A lot of people would say, "Oh, don't put no clear coat back on it, man. It'll play better like that." No. Okay, it's not your base. Okay, thank you. All right. So I want to put things back close to what it was. So my next move is to level this off to see. This rule ain't long enough, but I shouldn't see no daylight. See, I see daylight. There's daylight right there. There's daylight right there. That's daylight. There's daylight right there. So daylight is basically from here on down. See, daylight starts at, so if I start at 1, which is right here, I would say at 8 to 12 is daylight. And then I go from 12 here. All right, so from 1 to 12 is daylight. So that means this is not level at all. So it has to be completely leveled to where I can put I have a long ruler right here. I ain't want to pull this down, y'all. This is like never ending. But see, if you can see real close, see that daylight under there? That's a lot of daylight. You don't supposed to be like that, I don't think. All right, see all that? That means that neck is warped. I can see you through the camera. Right through under this level, I can see you. That's not good at all. That's not good. So I'm gonna finish cleaning all this up, and then we'll go through the changes we supposedly going through. What up, man? You mad because you looking at the movie? I'm gonna turn it back on, Hootie. I'm sorry. You've been looking at Woman King and Wakanda for the whole month. That's all he looks at. Woman King, Wakanda. That's all he's been looking at every day, all through the day. I don't say nothing because that's what he want to look at. That's what he want to look at. All right, so anyway, I'm going to put this back up. I just want you guys to know what's inside your base. All right, and because a lot of you don't know. So you now going to know. You see this right here? That's what's inside your base. And not only one of them, it's two of them. One right there too, and one right here, which makes your fender neck extremely stable. And in the old days, they didn't have nothing in there but a truss rod. So if you got a good piece of wood, good dry piece of wood, they would put that truss rod in there. I mean, put that, make that hole before they lay the thing down. They would lay the trench for the truss rod, put the truss rod in, slap the neck on. No graphite at all. You were just going for it. As time went on, they started putting, steel bars and graphite stuff in there to hold this thing straight. If these graphite bars wasn't in here after this thing came out of the water, I would have to throw this whole neck away. And get a new neck. So I want you guys to understand, when you take your bass to the shop and they tell you how much it costs to get it done, you shouldn't even frown, because you ain't gonna do it. So you see what got to be done. This has to come off, and a lot of times if the truss rod is really, really bad, this is not bad, this is just new. It's kind of got a little rust on the end right there, but we saw that it was moving it back and forth. If they got to take that truss rod, they got to get a new truss rod. I mean, I admire the work that, luthiers and stuff like that do, man. Them guys are amazing. They are. And you got to let them know they are amazing, because they're working on your stuff. All right? So be kind to them. Be kind to them, because they're working on your baby. Right? And they're going to make sure your baby's right. So, guys, keep praying for the Hobo Depot, and pray for my queen and I. We need your prayers every day, because we pray for y'all every morning before the sun even come up. And please share, like, subscribe, and I said subscribe and subscribe. And my boy right here, he mad. Oh, you lost your hair, Udi. He mad because I ain't put on Woman King. I took it off for a second, and the DVD video joint is going like this, and he mad. So I'm sorry, man. I ain't mean to close your eyes up. I know you're looking at the movie. Okay, you want me to put the movie back on? All right. Say bye to the people. All right, okay, whatever. All right, so we'll put you back over here, guys. I'm gonna put your movie back on, because I know you want to keep on watching. Lord Jesus, everything is falling. Shout out to Hobo Depot. Peace out.